going to talk about in the moment how you can find that right guy that fits into the lifestyle that you desire. But what I will say, and what I think is a legitimate reason to give you some pause, are the children, child. Now that, and I say this lovingly as a relatively new mom, that's the damper. Like, that's the thing that may slow down your process and will really stop you from being able to move as freely as you would like. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck in the house and can't do anything. You may have to rely on your friends, your family, paid help. But that is more of a concern, which is years down the line. But you getting into the dating scene, don't be concerned about that. So let's pivot a little bit and let's talk about how you can figure out if the guy that you're dating is a good match for your lifestyle. Ashley, tell me a little bit more. I know you said travel. Tell me what else you like to do.
Honestly, I work so much that I rarely have time for hobbies these days. But when I do, I'm into things that get my adrenaline going. I love to go to the gun range. I love to golf. I love things like paintball, boxing. I just love to be active. I do enjoy being outside. Or I'm the total opposite and I just want to relax by the beach.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so why do you think that those things would be conflicting? Some of the activities that you mentioned are even male-dominated interests. That sounds like something that you can do with your partner, and that would be super fun.
That's true. I don't think it's as much sharing the interest as much as it is my lack of desire to commit. And I think it may just be not finding someone that feels worth committing to or worth splitting my time with. I think if I have to choose between getting to know someone who may be a good fit versus excelling in my career or doing something that is personal for me, I always choose the latter. So I think it's just I think when the right person comes, though, I would be willing to kind of share my interest in my life altogether. But I know that my life in general is very crazy. It's very busy. And a lot of people would not be willing to handle that. So
Ashley, I'm going to cut you off for a second. Because you just said something that if a guy would have said, it would have been seen as a super red flag and super toxic.
Oh, God.
If the right person came along, absolutely not. It cannot function like that. Okay. It cannot function like that. Those are the lies that we hear that guys tell women when they're dating because they want to get access to them, access to the drawers, access to whatever. If the right person came along, then maybe I'd get married. If the right person came along, then maybe I would commit. That's not the way that it should work. The way that it should work is that I desire marriage and I will marry the right person that comes along. I desire commitment, right? This is what I know that I want. This is where I am in my life right now. And so the game that we're playing, right? The dating process we're going through is just matching the right person to the lifestyle that I'm ready to start right now. So I have to tell you, Ashley, I'm a little concerned if you really do want it now. Maybe you are 31 and so you feel like you're supposed to want it now, but maybe you really just don't. And that's okay too. A lot of times we feel the pressure and we succumb to the pressure of society because we're a certain age. So by this age, and maybe mommy or grandma or auntie's like, when you gonna bring a nice guy home? When you gonna have a baby? When you gonna get married? But maybe it just may be that that's not where you are in your life right now. What do you think?
I think that's fair. I agree. I think that's definitely fair. I think I still have a little bit more of the selfish season in me. It does feel like it more so feels like even if I don't want it right this second, I need to kind of be making my way that way.
You do.
And so I just kind of want to prepare myself to be there even in the next 2 to 3 years. Because I definitely hear it all the time, when you'll have kids and get married, etc. A lot of my friends and family are in that area, but I'm just kind of doing my own thing right now.
Right. And I get that, and I don't want to be a part of the societal pressure, but if you desire children, then you have some years. I'm not even the 35. I have my baby at 35 and I'm planning another one, right? So I'm not even going to put that 35 number on you, but there is some relative limitation. And especially if you desire having children in wedlock, that means dating, commitment, engagement, the actual wedding. I would imagine sometime being married, right? Maybe a year or so, with just the two of you. I done counted off 5 things so far, and then it's the practice, the fun part, right?
Exactly.
And then if there are any kind of complications from either one of you, that might potentially impact the timeline. So yes, you do need to be going in that direction. And I'm not trying to scare you, but at the same time, you may want to consider putting some real hard deadlines in place.